Welcome back to our special. I want to go to a civil rights lawyer because I want to talk about some things that we can do to improve our police departments nationwide. And of course, we're going to do that with Leo Terrell. His Twitter handle is the Leo Terrell. Mr. Terrell, how are you, sir?
Sir, my pleasure. I feel great. Glad to be here.
Good. I'm glad you're here. So we got a couple things to do here. So number one reform that you think we should do in our police departments, what do you got?
Number one reform, very simple. You need a special prosecutor to prosecute police officers. Why? Police officers work with the district attorney. They have a conflict of interest. They work together. They rely on each other. It is difficult for the district attorney to turn around and start prosecuting police officers. They have no experience. A special prosecutor would eliminate the conflict of interest. That, to me, is the most important reform. Let someone else prosecute police officers, bad police officers. Why? Because 97% of the officers are good. 3% are rotten to the core. Those 3% should be prosecuted.
Is there any reason why maybe an independent prosecutor, I'm trying to think of devil's advocate, why they wouldn't have maybe the tools at their disposal or the ability to do this properly? I'm trying to think of why we don't. I'll bring it to you. Why do we not already have independent prosecutors?
Well, there's politics involved and money involved and police unions involved and state lawmakers that won't pull the trigger on this reform. Look, there's no argument against that. There are trained lawyers, trained investigators to collect evidence and information. They would act just like a district attorney, a prosecutor, funded by the state, well-financed, and I'll give you a national equivalence. On the national level, Robert Mueller was a special prosecutor outside the Department of Justice. So it can be done. You just want competent people.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Okay, I like that. Has it been done? Do we have any case studies of where that is happening with police departments?
In the last couple of years, there are a few states like Wisconsin who have started to initiate a special prosecutor. But out of the 50 states, very few states have taken that initiative, and it has to be worked on. It has to be developed because, again, you got forces within the police unions and politicians who don't want this special prosecutor. It's long overdue. I got 25 years of experience, and I can tell you this is a needed reform.
Yeah, okay, I like that one. Okay, you mentioned the unions. What's the union's role in all of this?
Very simple, money. Police unions are powerful. Like any public union, they funnel money into campaigns, into politicians. So they're not going to allow legislation such as a special prosecutor or other rules that protect them. For example, in Minnesota, that officer who murdered George Floyd had 18 complaints. It's hard to fire a police officer. It's hard to discipline a police officer. Why? Because those collective bargaining agreements protect bad cops.
Slater Crusaders, thanks for watching the first on YouTube. If you want more, like, subscribe. We got plenty.